Hello lovelies, I am the Fragnostic and it is Tomb Raider Tuesday, which can mean but one thing. It's time to rob some dead people. Last week we trained the shit out of ourselves in Croft Manor and we'll need every sweaty lesson of it and more to survive the brutal mountains of Peru, where we begin our epic adventure to retrieve the Scion, kill all the bad things, save the world, and be home in time for scones and frilly knicker sandwiches. Ha ha, by Jove, archaeology awaits. Here we see the very first casualty of the franchise, this unassuming snake. Now it's never explicitly stated, but this is meant to be the infamous Trinity nuclear test in 1945. I mean, the actual test site was Yonanda del Muerto. Los Alamos is the site of the laboratory, but whatever. You can see it's popped the lid off of something it shouldn't have here. A can of frozen lady. This will prove troublesome in the coming trials.
What's a man gotta do to get that kind of attention from you?
It's hard to say exactly, but you seem to be doing fine.
Well, great. Though truth is, it ain't me that wants you.
Oh?
No, Miss Jacqueline Natla does, from Natla Technologies. You know, creator of all things bright and beautiful.
Seal it, Larson.
Ma'am.
Feast your eyes on this, Laura. How does that make your wallet rumble?
I'm sorry. I only play for sport.
Then you'll like a big park. Peru, vast mountain ranges to cover, sheer walls of ice, rocky crags, savage winds, and there's this little trinket. An age-old artifact of mystical power is buried in the unfound tomb of Qualapec. That's my interest. You could leave tomorrow. Are you busy tomorrow?
We are of course not busy tomorrow, which leads us and our Sherpa pal up into the Peruvian Andes. Never explicitly states where, but I'm gonna guess somewhere in the middle of the Vilcabamba range due to us visiting Vilcabamba in the next level. In fact, this whole set of levels is kind of fucked up because there's a shitload of Aztec artifacts and architecture lying around in these Incan ruins. The Aztecs didn't even cross into fucking Panama, so I'm sorry, I know it's a game. You ring the doorbell, there we go. I want to come in for a drink of water. Jose, grab the Scion. Shame nobody told Jose about the dogs. And while they're distracted, Lara's gonna free fall like 50 fucking feet and shoot the shit out of them from behind. Ruthless. Sherpas, good guides, better baits. In we go, the authentic Incan automatic doors swing shut and Lara throws us the people's eyebrow. Finally, Lara Croft has come back to steal from your country. There you go, no getting out of that. The Incan Empire spared no expense on its door hinges. Now, let's follow the wolf tracks and find out where these bastards sleep. This really is as good an introductory level as you're going to get in a game without an on-screen tutorial, even though this arrow trap is a bit naughty. But it does teach you a valuable lesson that this game will just wipe its ass with you if you don't pay attention. You're in Peru now, motherfucker. Up there, that's where they live. Bullet-based revenge to follow. But first, we're going to grab the first secret of the game. If you watched Otchi Player, you'll have seen me grab this already, so I'll show you an alternative way to jump up to it. This way is harder because you have to time it. You'll see me doing many things the hard way in Tomb Raider. just because I'm quite a difficult human being. You'll notice I don't use a lot of medipacks in Tomb Raider, and by many I mean none. It's kind of a challenge to myself. First enemies of the game coming up here, a trio of mostly harmless giant bats. But you don't want to let them get all up in your hair and start injecting their cave rabies into your scalp. So you gun them down! Ah! Trust nothing that lives. I mean, that's true, there really isn't a single non-hostile NPC in this game. So if you see something move, put a bunch of holes in it and worry about whether it was endangered or not later. Secreto numero dos is squirreled away up here. You can only pull up from the very edge and there's another dirty flying rat guarding it. But you have guns and he does not. It's another small medikit I'll never use. It's risky because there are parts of the game where you can't avoid being hurt, especially if you're going for all the secrets, but honestly, with the sheer amount of healing supplies you end up with, there's no sport in it for me anymore if I get my tip bitten off by a bear and I just bandage it away. They're half as big as you, like Yorkshire Terrier with wings. Ancient Incan loft space there, probably full of old Incan interest magazines and Christmas decorations, but the ladder has been long since destroyed by the Spanish. Let's press on. You notice Lara's got her hair up in a bun there. She was meant to have a braid like she does in the subsequent games, but thanks to the old polygon limitations it was not to be. But there does exist a patch, like somebody cares about this woman's hair so much, that actually gives Lara the braid that was so cruelly stolen from her. Come on, man. You're messing with history. Butterfly effect, man. Besides, it always struck me as something that could get caught in a sarcophagus or something. It's like the adventure equivalent of a superhero cape. Begone, Dracula! Don't let the Peruvian Draculas get you. They're the worst kind. If you look through the gate, you can see the end of the level there. We've got ourselves a ways to climb yet though. Yes sirree. I think what's most interesting about this game's development was that Lara was supposed to be a dude with a hat and a whip, before Core told character designer Toby Gard to stop spreading the company's cheeks open for a LucasArts lawsuit. I've found your house, wolf. If you know where they are, you can usually catch these wolves napping and get some bullets in them nice and early. Haha! Say hi to Jose for me. Assuming Sherpas and wolves go to the same afterlife. That'd be horrific. The other one's not budging, so we're gonna pop over to the bridge to get a shot on him. There's absolutely no reason to climb down and fight these things in the open. There he is. Wake up, fucko. And back to bed. These just come at you in packs of 4 or 5 in the next level, and there's no rope bridges to pick them off from there, so enjoy the higher ground while you got it. Have you ever been on an actual rope bridge? They are some bullshit, let me tell you. Take your life in your own hands if you set foot on one of those things. They're nothing like this. It's basically daring the wind to throw you into a ravine. And honestly, what's nature got left to lose? If you were playing the PlayStation or the Saturn version of Tomb Raider, here's where you'd find your first save crystal. You couldn't save anywhere you wanted on those ones, they only brought that in with the sequel. That damn bear's down here. Let's see if he wants to play. Come here, you big brown fuck. Come out. There you go. Oh, you're gonna hide in there, are you? What a coward. You bring shame to the honourable house of bears. If you hold down the fire button while you're locked on, you can still track them and take pot shots whenever they run into view, but it doesn't look like he's ever coming out of his bear house, which he shares with 2 bats, incidentally. That's Peruvian Winnie the Pooh for you. There's more shooting and poverty in it. Well, let's go down and fucking get him then. Come on then, Paddington. Come and get your jam sandwiches. By jam sandwiches, I meant gangland execution. Did you see how I deceived him? I'm crafty. Let's murder his friends. There we are. There is absolutely no reason to ever come down here unless you're hell-bent on getting every pickup and kill, which I am. So, we shall take our medikit and leave. And this takes you out into the ground floor of the rope bridge room, where we just were. You see 2D mommy over there. Woo! Whoa! He's a creepy one. You gotta watch out for him. Anywhere you go, anywhere you turn, he's looking at you. Bury me. Bury me. You can run straight through him, so I guess I'd classify him more as a ghost or shade. But that'd make him the ghost of something that's already died once. I mean, that's rough. Way! Oh shit, that nearly went wrong. My penchant for spontaneous swan dives has accidentally hurled me down many a cliff face in this game. But I mean, I see it as a realistic way to play Lara. Because if you could do a swan dive, wouldn't you just do it at every opportunity? Enter the club? Swan dive. Returning library books? Swan dive. In front of several swans? Well, most fucking definitely. There's some haughty birds, man. They need bringing down a peg or two. You don't want to miss this bad boy, hanging out by himself in a dark corner all by his lonesome. Like I said, I'm not using him, but anybody following me is going to die like a bleeding pig. Right, there is some full-on wolf mischief going on through this door, but I will show you the cheekiest of cheeky methods to escape from them unscathed. Wolves can't jump! What a pair of hairy dipshits! You gotta think tactically in this game. It's what separates you from the animals. The music goes on for ages here, so I'm sure this is meant to be some sort of epic battle and not just me completely outclassing angry cave dogs in a matter of seconds, but whatever. Another medikit? Ho ho! I'll be practically immortal by the time I get back to Croft Manor. Right, so we've got to get through that door up there, which is on a timed lever, but first we'll be grabbing the third and final secret of the caves. Oh, motherfucker. Nearly. It's disguised over here as some grassy looking moss hole. But Fraggers knows better. Fraggers knows all. Here we are. Look how pleased he is for you.
Hey Lara, well done guy. Look what you found here. You got yourself a big fucking medipack, didn't you bitch? Congratulations. Now if you fall off a mountain, no problem guy. Hey, bats in your hair? Wolves up your ass? Relax. You got a big medipack now. Okay, see you later asshole.
Right, now we just got this switch to worry about. And there's a tricky jump to pitch yourself on to get across there in time, which I always have a tendency to fuck up completely, so fingers crossed. Alright, here we go. Good enough. Ah, fuck, no! Ah, I can save this. I can salvage this. Come on, get up. Get up. And we're through. Ha. I don't know what it is about that bloody jump. It's always out to embarrass me. To shame me. Alright, we're nearly there. I forgot there was an arrow trap there. Doesn't matter, we're nearly done. And there is actually a wolf in this room. There he is. Fuck me. Wake up, Fraggers. Just knock out the old wobbly floor here. I didn't need to jump off that really, just force a habit. There's usually a shitload of spikes underneath them. That's why. Okay, we're now just above the area we looked at through the gate way back at the start, which means we are but mere moments from the exits. We just safely get across here. You don't want to fall down, there's a bunch of bastard arrow traps down there. Then you gotta run all the way through them, climb up and try again. Don't nobody want to see that. Although I will at some point do a good death reel for this game because there are some really inventive ways you can die in it. But to business. There's another surprise wolf up here. Well, it's not that much of a surprise, the music clues you in, but look, they try and bait you into running straight into the fucker with that large medikit. Not today, dog. Nathan McCree did the music for this. Do you know what else he composed music for? Christmas in Spice World, the second Spice Girls tour. What a world. Slide down here. Whee! And we are out of these motherfucking caves, man. There we are, 14 kills, 7 pickups, all 3 secrets. Perfecto. But did you expect less from the Fragnostic? You fool! But no time to gloat, we must press on. Vilcabamba awaits. Right now, as soon as you step outside this door, you got 4 wolves on top of you coming from 3 different directions, so we're going to have to move quick to surprise them while they're sleeping. Right, there's 2 on the left straight away. Morning, scum! Ah, fuck it, he got away. That's not good. There's the other 2 bearing down on us. Well, you can throw the AI off by hopping back in here, but it won't work for too long. That's 3 down. Now we just need to find out where the other one went. I'm hoping it's still spazzing about on the left here. Yeah, there we go. Well, we were pretty fucking lucky there, I'm not gonna lie. That scene can go bad quickly. If you're really unlucky, the wolf up here wakes up early and joins the party, and then you're just hand paddling down shit creek in a dress, but he's not even awake, and he's easy pickings. Welcome to Crofts, like the dog show, but deadlier. And my name. Lurky bats lurking lurkily. These things are only a problem when they come down on top of you because it's too late to shoot them by that point. They're already tangled in your hair, chewing on your head. Kee, kee, kee. Now this wolf coming up. God damn it. Soon as you go to turn that corner, he'll blindside you. Every time. But not today. Today we're ready for him. Surprise, dirtbag! Well, this is a first. Now I'm just wondering where the fuck he's got to. This is unprecedented. I bet he's round this corner, ain't he? What the bloody hell are you doing all the way down there? Good lord, we are having a lucky run today. There's a cheeky medikit hiding in the bushes back here. I just didn't want to show the wolf my back while I was going for it. Alright, our next step is to clear out the rest of the savage Peruvian fauna before we go exploring. This tunnel stretches around the outside of the level, and if you don't clear it out now, the little bastards drift in while you're trying to do your important archaeological thievery. There's mostly just bats to worry about at the minute. Oh no, there's more. 4 bats, 5 bats, 50 bats, ha ha ha. Little fuckers. There's a couple around here too that I always forget about. You see that gap in the top right there? Well, we'll be dropping out of there in a bit, and those bats always make a big fucking deal about it. Alright, one last bear-shaped pain in the arse to deal with. He's hiding in that hayloft over there, and the only way to get him out is to go uncomfortably close to him. Come here, honey guzzler. Come out. And he always does that. He tries to flank you from the other door. No! This is like the luckiest run I have ever made of this level. It was right in front of me, but it didn't bite me for whatever reason. You know about it when the bears bite you. They don't play none. Bear's hiding a medikit in his hayloft. It's my medikit now. He's not cohabiting with any bats this time though. If you don't want the medipack, there's absolutely no reason to come in here and piss off the bear. And the funny thing is, you usually lose more health getting the bloody thing than if you just not pissed off a bear in the first place. Chalk that up as a life lesson if you like. It's alright, I won't charge you. This time. Next hype? Secrets. Oh yes. See, this pool is another entirely useless feature of the level unless you want to grab all the secrets. I think what's great about this pool is it shows that, you know, hey, the Incans were fun too. Sure, I can't say for certain whether or not this was a well or just some kind of communal toilet, but that's what's so totally fun about exploring undiscovered ruins. You just never know what new and exciting parasites are going to turn up wriggling around in your next shit. And there we are, our first Vilcabamba. What? No, Lara, don't try and drown yourself, you cheeky British bitch. She's always trying it on. I think she hates her life deep down. Secret music cue, please. Oh boy, sax! Haha, in truth it's something much more exciting. This small medikit. I mean, the sheer number of these things can be the only explanation as to how these animals have survived down here for so long. If you're wondering what this switch does, it lets you back out into the central square. But we'll never go back that way! Never! Why? Because our next secret is but a few meters away. Well, part of it. There's yet another lever back here on the opposite corner. I think that's what makes some of these so difficult to find in these early games. Some of them are just really bunched together in one place. You grab one and move on expecting the next secret to show up in 5 minutes or whatever. But nope. Opens a super secret door, but we'll have to take a bit of a swim to get there. Now, if you're a big sissy or a tomb traitor, as I call you, because you're betraying the principles of the game, you go back up for air right there. But grow a pair, seriously. Look at my oxygen meter dwindling away. Do you think I give a fuck? I breathe courage, not your precious air. Be a tomb raider like me, not a tomb betrayer. Secret number 2. Can you guess? It's a fucking medikit. Oh boy. You need a fleet of goddamn attack helicopters to bring me down at the minute. But that's not all. Here we have some authentic Incan Magnum clips. You don't get the Magnums for ages, but now, when we do, we can shoot them straight away. Which we won't. We're saving them for the end. If you can kill something with pistols in this game, do it. See, this is what I was saying at the start of the game. This is straight up Aztec decor. Of course, there is the case that this game does centre around Atlantis, and there's the subsequent theory that all the great civilizations sprung from Atlantis and so conceivably could have borrowed each other's styles in numerous crossover events. But I honestly think they just fucked up with it. What makes that more convincing for me is that Lara Croft was originally meant to be Laura Cruz, a tough Central American mercenary, but they eventually Britished her up and picked the name Lara Croft out of a phone book. So there you go. Could have been Petunia Crumpets and the Jolly Good Outing. I'd still have bought it. There's some ancient Incan washing on the line there. It's got to be dry by now. Unless you need it. In which case it's still uncomfortably moist. Right, here we are. I don't want to fuck this jump up or I've got to sod about with that block trying to get back up here. There we go. Just about. One large medikit. And it's not even a secret. Look at all the angry skulls judging me. That belongs to our death god island woman. Not anymore, you damn bones. Let's all take a moment to laugh at the wall of skulls. Ha ha ha. Somebody should have built you with some arms to stop me. But they didn't. What's interesting about Incan deities in particular is that although they had a good range of them, there was a sun god called Inti, and there was Viracocha, who was just like the god of everything, literally the creator of all things. And so logically he was considered the most important god. But then when Pachacuti took power in the 1400s, he was like, nah, Inti's the man. And poor old Viracocha got to play second fiddle to his own boy. But then Pachacuti's own father was also called Viracocha, so there might have been some daddy issues tugging on the nuts of that one. Don't you like learning stuff? Isn't it great? See how I've made this block pushing section as interesting as possible for you? I'm such a nice person. Right, before I do anything, I'm getting rid of these damn bats in here because they always sneak up behind you and turn your life into a fucking mess. There we go. There's two incredibly important artifacts to grab down here. In this alcove we've got the silver key. We'll be using that very shortly to move on to the next area. And over here, in another box of angry skulls, we have the golden eye door, which will eventually let us out of the level's exit. Yeah, like you thought 2D Mummy was scary. Behold, his cereal bowls, woo! Want some cornflakes, human? Sorry, we haven't got any sugar, but we do have plenty of ancient death curse. The cereal bowls of 2D Mummy, ladies and gentlemen. Not even once. Bring a breakfast bar instead. Okay, let's go and get this door open and move on. But first, what's this hiding in the dark on its lonesome? Why, it's a large medikit. Let's take it and force it to integrate socially with the others. Right, here's where you normally get a bunch of shit from two bats in a confined space. But of course, as I explained earlier, I've already shot them dead. Joyous day. You know, there was a real city of Vilcabamba, but it wasn't buried under a mountain. It was in the rainforest. It was actually the capital of the Neo-Incan state, which was formed during the Spanish conquest, and it got burnt down and forgotten about once Francisco de Toledo pushed the last of them out into the jungle. Then it turned up again in the very late 1800s sometime. There is another Vilcabamba in Ecuador, but that's another thing entirely. The legend had it that there was an unusual amount of people that were living far in excess of 100 years old there, but Harvard did some tests, and it turned out to be bullshit. What they do have a lot of up there, though, is hallucinogenic cacti, so that might be a factor. Wahoo! I'm 293! Let's shoot some wolves. You first, fucko. Now you. Haha, you can't climb down, can you? What a fool. There's three more down here. You notice I did my best to stay close to this back wall so that we didn't wake them up right away. Divide and conquer. Here we go. They're usually pretty slow off the mark. And they're no different today by the looks of things. Stupid, stupid animals. Alright gang, let's press on to the mansion. You know what strikes me about the level design in this game is that it feels like people could actually live in these environments. And then they've added secret passageways on top of that. You know? It's not like, say, that police station in Resident Evil 2 where you got to imagine working there is a fucking nightmare. Where you got to solve 2 statue puzzles and a riddle just so you can go to the toilet. Even this early on, the feel of it is just authentic. Like, obviously, this right here was some sort of Incan marketplace. And if you wanted the good shit, like the watermelons, you had to climb right to the top. It was designed like that to stop old people from eating up all the watermelons. You can trust me, I had quite a vivid dream about it once. I can see through the veils of time, and all it costs is a tin of expired paint. Another bat out here waiting to freak you out and make you fall down to the bottom? Get a life. This one's over. The idea behind this section is that we need to open the middle gate of this structure to move forward, so you climb to the top of each of these towers and throw a switch. It's pretty rudimentary stuff, and just easing you in for a few levels time when you'll be throwing yourself all over the goddamn place trying to find 6 switches at once. We're gonna kill the beautiful music now with a spooky music cue. Ooh, what ancestral evil have you unleashed? Ha ha ha. The sound design for this game was absolutely awesome. It's mostly just a bunch of ambient sound cues behind the sound of Lara's footsteps echoing through these incredibly spooky ruins. And it's really indicative of the atmosphere that makes this first installment in the series my favourite. I mean, you'd have to say on the whole the sequels were better games, but because they were packed with that much more combat and action, they never quite managed to nail this feeling of outright isolationism again. Anywhere in the franchise, really. Alright, so I'm going to throw caution to the wind here, because I'm not a tomb traitor. See? I'm not even lining my jumps up anymore. That could have gone savagely wrong. Watch me care. Alright, a little shortcut here. The safe platform's over there, but if you do a standing jump and grab here, eventually, because you edge forward a little bit each time you go for the grab, you can pull yourself up, save yourself a whole 20 seconds of bullshit. Now you might say I'm actually a tomb traitor because I shot those wolves from the safety of the bridge in the first level. But what you need to be concerned about is shutting your damn mouth before I knock it shut for you. Surprise bats! It's like Halloween, but, you know, naturally occurring. That's the real spirit of Halloween. Getting rabies in a bat cave, not diabetes on a doorstep. Stuffing your chops with bloody toffee twizzle twists and other delightful candies from Willy Wonka's chocolate factory. Right, that's it. The central door's open now, and all we need to do is get down safe and sound without breaking our legs. That doesn't make me a tomb traitor. Rule number 7, controlled drops. Always. Now you might be saying to yourself, come on fraggers, what are you waiting for? Run down the passage and raid all the things. No, lovelies. That's a good way to get Lara disembobbled. Aha, you see? The old pendulum blade trap. I'd have been sliced like a ploughman's lunch. It even fakes you out again here because the middle blade doesn't start swinging until you're perilously close. There should be a bear through here. And if you're very lucky and very quiet, you might catch a glimpse of him chilling by the pool. There he is. Hey bear. Oh gosh, hi Lara. Are you coming in to play? No bear, you'll try to bloody eat me again if I do. Oh, I won't. I swear on my bare soul. Your soul isn't worth a scab of shit dangling off an arse hair, you mangy toilet. Pull this lever. Ah, it's a trap, I'm all wet. Lesson number 12. Don't trust the levers. Now here he is, you see. Oh, get out the pool and say it to my fucking face, you Larry bitch! Where you going, coward? Titted coward! Well, I'll tell you where we're going. We're going to higher ground to fill him full of gun spit. And this doesn't count as being a tomb traitor, by the way. He wouldn't let me get out the pool. He's not playing fair. He's playing bear, which is the complete opposite. I don't know if you've ever played poker with a bear before, but confrontational is not the word. Alright, let's see if we can get a bead on him here. Gah. See, this is the big problem with trying to kill things from a safe place. Most of the time they just dash around directly underneath you where you can't get them. Bastard. Bastard bear. Come out! Oh, I don't think we're going to be in much luck here. We'll pull the lever up here which opens the exit up and head down to look him in the eye while we kill him. I want to smell the honey on his breath when he dies. Alright, let's do this. What I want to do here is square myself up so I can backflip straight through underneath the balcony when I land. I mean, honestly, this doesn't matter that much. He's the last enemy on the level, and he's not going to kill me. But professionalism is a big deal for me. What can I say? Natla paid me to do a job. Surprise! It's his eye! Oh shit, we landed a bit heavy there. But he's fannying about roaring, so we should be fine. Dead as fuck. Looks like he charged through the gate there. It looks like the mailman tried to deliver him. Get through the fucking letterbox, you damn grizzly! I guess the alternative is I'll leave you one of those notes. Hi, sorry you weren't in. Please come and collect your parcel at your nearest post office before it eats all of our mail. Right, we'll just head up here, get our third and final secret, and then we can leave. I ain't got time for steps. I call this the Superman plunge. It's pretty sweet, right? Don't try it at home. You can see the small chink of health it's taken off Lara there. I mean, that's really no reliable indication of how severe your actual injuries would be. And there we are! Uzi clips. Won't be getting the Uzis till... fuck. Sanctuary of the Skiing, I think. That's like the 12th level. But if we start stockpiling now, I still won't use them! Ha 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 ha! Save your ammo for Atlantis. You bloody need it. Alright, I'm just gonna poke around here quickly. Can't remember if there's any medikits hiding in these alcoves or not. If you're wondering what that switch does, it's pointless, but, well, here you go, I'll show you. It just stops the blade trap to make it easier on you if you've got to run all the way back to the village square because you forgot to pick up the golden idol. I say you deserve everything you get. I say you should be dragged out into the street and hung like a common criminal. But then, I have been drinking. Right then, let's end this charade, shall we? Pop the little gold man in his manhole. There we are. Snug as a monkey in an oven. And off we go to re-extinct some dinosaur bastards in the Lost Valley. Perfecto statistico, once again. Oh, I'm good. You've picked the right tour guide here, I'm telling you.